In this lecture, we're going to be talking about the Forex trading sessions. The currency market basically is open 24 hours a day and 5 days a week. So, it's closed on the weekends, but open throughout the working days of the week. And this indicates that every currency pair can be traded throughout the weekdays except on weekends, unless otherwise specified. However, certain hours of the day may be better for traders than others. And we're going to talk about the best times to trade in this lecture. When trading, there is always an open market. Every time you want to trade, there's a market that is open and ready to trade. However, there are periods when the market is choppy and other periods when the market is very, very calm. So, in addition to this, different currency pairs shows varied levels of activities at different times of the day because of the overall demography of the market players who are online at that particular time. So the forex market experiences varied levels of volatility at different times of the day for different currency pairs, and this is also true for trading times in Nigeria, which is what we're going to focus on in this particular lecture. And in this lecture, we're going to consider the best forex trading sessions in the Nigerian time. So if you're not from Nigeria, you could just basically convert the time on this lecture, the time we use on this lecture, from GMT to whatever time zone you use. Because in Nigeria here we use GMT +1, so you can just convert that to any time you use, Eastern Standard Time or Universal Time, whatever. Understanding forex trading sessions. Let's go. Many institutional and individual forex traders benefit from a 24-hour forex market since it provides liquidity and the ability to trade at any point in time. When it comes to currency trading, each individual trader has a limited amount of time to check their positions. So the Asian, European, and North American sessions, which are also known as the Tokyo, London, and New York sessions, are traditionally divided into 3 peak activity periods. So before I go further, you guys should understand that we have 3 major trading sessions in forex, and they are called the Asian session, the European session, and the North American session. Or they are also known as the Tokyo session, or the Asian session, the London session, or the New York session, and the New York sessions. So basically, I prefer to call them Asian session, London session, and New York session. So as we move further in this lecture, I'm going to be using those terminologies. That's the Asian, London, and New York sessions instead. So now, moving on, these 3 cities' names are sometimes used interchangeably since they symbolize the most important financial hubs in each of their respective areas. So, like in the Asian trading community, Asian trading world, basically, the Tokyo is the major trading center or trading hub in Asia. You understand? So that's why it's called the Tokyo session. Now, in the European markets, the London is the major trading center or trading hub in Europe, so it's called the London session. And the North American trading region, basically trading market, the New York basically is the major trading hub, so it's called the New York session. Most banks and corporations in the respective regions do their day-to-day transactions during this particular time. That's their different individual sessions, and there is also a higher concentration of online speculators in those particular sessions. So we'll start with the Asian session first of all. The Asian markets are the first to react when the liquidity returns to the forex market, or when the forex market opens for the week. So in the beginning of the trading day or the trading week, it starts with the Asian session basically. So the Tokyo capital markets, which are unofficially representative of activity in this region, are open from midnight. Remember, we're talking about Nigerian time here. So it's open from midnight, which is 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day, GMT time. That's for the Asian session. It runs from midnight to 6 a.m. every day. Now, the next session is the European session or the London session. I prefer to call it the London session, like I stated earlier. At this point, the Asian trading hours have come to an end, and the European session or the London session takes over. This FX time zone has a lot of big financial markets and it's making it quite busy. So most people don't trade the Asian session because the truth is that the Asian session is very slow. There is not a lot of liquidity in the Asian session, so most people prefer to start trading once the London session opens. And the Asian session is at night, in the middle of the night when you're sleeping, so you most likely not even catch the trades, and then the volatility is not much. It's the market usually trades in a range and during the Asian session, so you really not get the opportunity to catch a lot of trades or trade opportunities. But then in the London session, once the London session starts, the volatility kicks in the market, and most big players in the market are active during the London session. So that's when most people want to trade, because there's more liquidity, more volatility in the market. So it normally starts from 8 a.m. in the morning, Nigerian time, remember, and ends by 5 p.m. Nigerian time, GMT plus 1. So that's for the London session. So when I'm going to look at the New York session or the North American session. So the North American session or the New York session, by the time this session begins, the Asian markets would have been closed a long time ago, and European traders would still be active in the market, you understand? So there is an overlap between the New York session and the London session, which we're going to talk about. So there's a lot of action in the United States as well as Canada, Mexico, and South America during the New York session, and it starts by 1 p.m. GMT and ends by 10 p.m. GMT. So you can see that there's an overlap between that 1 p.m. when the New York starts and the London session is still running at that particular time. So from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. is an overlap in the market, and we're going to talk about the importance and significance of this overlap in the market. So now, what's the best time to trade, you might ask? What's the best trading session? Should I trade throughout the day? Should I trade all the sessions, or should I pick one particular session? You might be asking yourself these questions. I'm here to answer your question. So for Nigerian traders, the best time to trade most currency pairs is from 13:00, which is 1 a.m. to 17:00, which is 5 p.m. Sorry, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. West African time, which is GMT plus 1, the time we use in Nigeria here. So that time is called the overlap. This is the period when the London and New York sessions are open at the same time, and it's called the London-New York overlap. So you can imagine the volatility and the liquidity available in both the London session and the New York session happening at the same time. So it means that the market is going to be very volatile, and to give you more opportunities, markets will move more within that period. So most people tend to trade more during that period, and actually that's the best time to trade if you're looking for volatility in the market. So it is the most volatile time in the forex market. Yeah. So with that being said, we've come to the end of this lecture. We've explained gone through what the forex sessions are, and I've explained to you the best times to trade. So you can go ahead and study the charts as well and find out which session is more suitable for you. Are you the type of person who wants to trade round the clock? Are you the kind of person who wants to pick a particular session and trade only one session, or do you want to combine two sessions, or do you want to trade the overlap? It all depends on you. You understand? No session is bad. The only one that is kind of has low liquidity or low volatility, so it may not really give you a lot of opportunities, is the Asian session. But there are a lot of traders who still trade the Asian session as well. But then other sessions give better liquidity, better volatility, so it's a better time to trade, like the London session and the New York session, or the overlap between the London and New York session. So with that being said, we've come to the end of this lecture. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one.